Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. Today we're going to take a look at another one of these Vitae fossil replicas, and I am really excited to take a look at it as we have had 3 of these on the channel so far, and all 3 have been really quite awesome. Today we are going to look at the Zhenyuanlong, and I apologize if I didn't say the name correctly, but I do believe that is how you say it, and it is another very cool Chinese species of dinosaurs, so I'm super excited to take a look at it. Let's take a quick look at the box. Of course, up here on the top you can see Vitae, Dinosaur Studio, Zhenyuanlong there, and then of course Fossil's decoration frame. And if we turn it around, we've got another shot again of Vitae up there, but then we've got a shot of the name, a whole bunch of information on the actual species itself. And then as we move down, we've got a few images over here on the side showing you a little bit as far as what the actual replica here looks like, and then an image here of the fully feathered, fully alive version of this dinosaur. Super awesome, as always. Vitae with top-notch packaging and a beautiful overall presentation. But let's get this out of this box and we will take a look at it up close. So there we go, we've got it out of the box, and again, as per usual with these Vitae fossil replicas, you get an absolutely beautiful, very nice black frame that goes with this, and overall is a very high quality frame. I have a little bit of something on there. Very high quality frame. Overall very, very nice and very professional type of a look to it. If you turn it around, you can see that it has a beautiful stand there for you to prop it up and display it, and without question, overall looks fantastic at first glance. But the only way to really tell how fantastic is to get a nice closer look, so let's do that now. So if we start up here at the head sculpt of the deceased dinosaur, you can see that the overall appearance of it is very jumbled. You can't really make out too much as far as detailing of the skull or anything, because I feel like this one is just a little bit more of an obscured type of a excavated dinosaur, so it's not quite as uncovered as the previous ones were. You can still, however, get a very good, very strong look here at the claws and the overall arms of the dinosaur. They look really, really nice, and I think they've sculpted and painted them out really quite beautifully. As you move down, you can get a sense of the spinal column of the dinosaur here. That again is very nicely painted with this dark brown, almost a burnt umber. It kind of has like a light dry brushing in certain areas with maybe a gray to kind of make the areas pop out at you and have the detail just jump out a good bit. You can also take note of the rib cage and everything, and all the bones just kind of scrambled all throughout as they would look in a deceased dinosaur that is now in fossil form. As you move down here into the hip region, you can see the hips slightly, and again moving down into the legs, you can also take note of the beautiful leg bones and the knee area as the legs are bent. And you move down here into the feet, and the feet do look really quite nice. You can see the nails and everything nicely elaborated there. And then as you come down the tail, again, you can take note of the spinal column of the dinosaur, and the tail is very nice, very long, runs all the way down to here. And overall, everything seems to be painted with that nice brown, that very dark brown, making the entire thing just jump out at you so well. I think they do a great job continuously on picking the paint coloration that they use, because they always pick this very dark color with a lighter color for the actual stone that it is being excavated from, and it just makes the entire fossil replica actually just jump out at you so well, and it just looks fantastic. As far as the actual stone that it is encased in, you can see that it is really nicely sculpted, beautifully painted, very realistic looking. There are so many cracks and crevices and such beautiful amounts of detail all throughout that it looks very real, very legit, and kind of gives you the feeling that you're holding a real dinosaur skeleton right here encased in stone in your hand. So as far as a size goes, as far as a height, you'll have to aim the camera back a little bit here. You're not going to get too good of a shot from your spot, but it is about 8 3/4 inches, or about 22 centimeters. And then as far as a length, you are looking at about 12 1/4 inches, or about 31 centimeters. Very nicely sized. So for a size comparison, there is our buddy the Paparex, kind of giving the frame a hug and showing you that this is a beautiful dinosaur collectible for any collection to include, and again giving you a good idea of how large this overall fossil replica really is, because the Paparex is a pretty big figure. So for this to dwarf him the way it does, it shows you that it's definitely a very sizable piece of art. And I think it's around the size that's just like very noticeable. It's the type of thing that'll really draw your attention in and take note of something as beautiful as this right away. So that is a huge plus as far as this one goes. I think this might be the biggest out of all of them so far. So this Vitae fossil replica is really beautiful. Overall, it has a great appearance as far as being a deceased, now encased in stone corpse of a dinosaur. Has a beautiful appearance as far as the way it is now laying, and the bones are all kind of jumbled, very realistic look. And I think the paint that they've used on it also makes it overall look very real as well. They've done a great job choosing the colors as far as what they wanted to use to elaborate it and really make you take note of all the different bones. And I love how they've got such a dark brown throughout, but then in the rib area and a few other areas, there's kind of like a lighter brown that's really lightly been brushed on, and it just really looks beautiful. Really helps to make you take note of all the areas that the bones are, but the more prominent bones are a much darker color, whereas the smaller bones and everything are a much lighter color, but they're still present and they're still beautifully painted. I think the overall background of it also really looks super cool, and they've actually included kind of like some light blues throughout, which help to give it a very cool, very striking and beautiful look, on top of the many different tones of coloration that they have included that make the stone look very realistic. And they've done such a great job overall in the entire appearance of it, with all the cracks and crevices in the stone and everything, and just in general making the entire thing just look super realistic. I think overall this is an absolutely beautiful work of art, just like the other three have been. So this is lucky number 4. Once we get to the next one, we will have ended all of these very cool Vitae fossil replica reviews. And the next one is one that I think you guys are all going to really love and probably end up being your favorite, although it's a really tough choice. There's so many very cool ones. I really like this one. I actually like all 4. I think my favorite still might be the Archaeopteryx, but it's really having a tough call there. I'm not 100% sure. The Microraptor one was really beautiful as well. I don't know. It's tough to tell. This one is awesome. All 4 are awesome. All I can suggest for you guys is pick up all 4 because they're just so beautiful. And again, we will have the next review of the last of the fossil Vitae replicas very soon. But for now, if you want to purchase this one, I will throw a link in the description to Monster House HK, where you can pick up this incredible work of art for yourself. So follow that link over there. Buy this if you would like. But before you do that, don't forget to please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next review. Thanks for watching.